Hi everyone, I'm just setting up and making sure that this is working. So let me just go and check it on my phone and make sure that the sound and everything is working as well, because I wouldn't want to get started and then have no sound. Let me check it out. Hope you're all doing really well with this lockdown stuff. Today's topic is all about harnesses and cat harnesses and how to actually work with them, find them, all that sort of stuff. Make sure that they're fitted properly, and I'll show you exactly how to do that today as well. I have my assistant Leon sitting next to me as well, who's going to be helping me out today. If you are watching, it'd be great if you can just let me know if the sound is coming through loud and clear. It's just started raining here, so let's hope that that doesn't interfere too much with the sound. All right, looks like everything's working okay. So let me just bring this down a little more there, like that, and I'll introduce you to my co-conspirator today. This is Leon. Leon, are you going to come up here? Leon, come up. What you do? Oh, you're watching the dog. It's watching the dog. Come up here. Oh, so this is Leon. Leon is a tawny Abyssinian. He's our stud male, and we harness trained him fairly early on because as a stud male, we didn't want him just outside. So you can see he's got his harness on. He's also got his pea pants on, or his stud pants, we like to call them. Now, the reason that he has those on inside is so that he doesn't spray, because he's still an entire. He doesn't spray them very often, occasionally. I think we've had maybe 2 or 3 times where he's had a bit of an accident, but he is used to them. And in fact, as soon as I go out into his enclosure with his leash and his pants, he hops up onto the cat tree ready to get them on. So what I wanted to show you with him today was exactly how to find the right harness, because we've actually spent a lot of time finding the right combination of harness and leash and all that sort of stuff for him. And I'll show you some of the different harnesses that we've had for him as well. So you can see this is the one that we use the most. This is his indoor one. It's a nice soft one, so he's comfortable in it. He can lie around in it and relax. He's also got a backpack that we're now using, and we're starting to take him out on little adventures. And I'll be doing some videos on my YouTube channel about that later this year. So let me start off by saying that all cats are unique. And you want your mat, do you? Oh, he's going back to sit down while I'm talking. All cats are very unique when it comes to whether or not they're good candidates for going outdoors. You need to remember that with cats, not all cats are outdoor cats. Some are more than happy to just stay indoors and be an indoor cat. So it's something that you can't force on your cat. Just because you want to take them out for walks and you want to enjoy the outdoor time with them doesn't necessarily mean that it's right for that particular animal. So it's very important that you read the right messages from them as to whether it's something they want to do. So for instance, if they're dashing for the door every time you go to it and wanting to try and escape all the time, then perhaps they are the right sort of cats to be going outside. If they don't look like they want to do anything but look out the window at the world going by, then don't force them to do it. It's nothing worse than making a cat do something that they don't want to do. So while Leon's having a nice little relax there, I'll show you some of the different types of harnesses and what they're good for. The one that we've got on Leon is, it's got a solid neck to it, so this is the neck space. And then this goes underneath the arms, and it's a very comfortable one for them. The material is very, I don't know if you can see it through there, it's very see-through, so it's got a lot of airflow through it, so it's nice and comfortable. Doesn't matter whether it's summer or winter. And if you can get the right neck size, then around under the arms is adjustable, and it makes it very easy then for you to get it on and off. And it doesn't take them very long to work out how to use those. These are some of the ones that you can actually purchase at places like BW and that sort of thing. They are for dogs, but if you get the right size, they can work quite nicely. Now, the other thing you've got to remember when you're looking for your harness is that active cats, such as, or your real athletic types like the Abyssinians and the Bengals and that type of thing, they need a much more secure harness than a cat that's a bit more relaxed and chilled, because of the fact that they could go and decide to run after something at any moment. So you need to have something that's going to be quite nice fitting on them, that's going to make sure that it's nice and snug, and they're not going to be able to get their arms out. They're very good at pulling their arms out of harnesses. So I'll show you some of the different ones we've tried and what works really well. Now, quite often you'll see ones with cute little bow ties and that sort of thing, and these can actually be really good. These ones have got Velcro on them, so the Velcro sticks really well and it does make it very secure on a cat. This would be a really good one for a cat that's a little bit more nervous, because having something snug around them might actually help as well. And up the top here, the clip goes at the back, and you have a double hook here where you hook into it. So this gives them a little less direction, because it's this is attached to the body and then this is outside of it, so it doesn't feel like it's actually physically pulling, because it pulls on the entire area, rather than if you look at something like this where it's actually pulling from that one spot attached to them. So these are really good. The Velcro holds very well. The other thing that you'll find is sometimes you find them with press studs, and again, it's about making sure that you get the right fit. All different cats' shapes as well are going to come into play when you're looking for a harness. So depending on the shape of the cat will depend on the type of harness that you can find. Now, when you're starting off, my favourite is these little ones, and I'll explain to you why in a minute. Now, these ones, the earlier you can start your cats off with harness training, the better. Oh, I can get this one undone. These ones are great because they do have the neck and the underneath. So it doesn't matter what size your cat is, you can get an exact sizing for this. And I'll show you on Leon in a second how to actually do that. But these ones, they're actually dog wear. They're all going to be, well, most of them are going to be dog wear. There's some really good ones online as well, where it's a part on the top and a part on the bottom that all clip together, which you can then get exact right fits and that sort of thing, which is excellent also for going out on adventures. With these ones though, it's good for starting off because it's not too much on the cat. It's just like getting them used to having a collar, and you can use the measuring technique that I'm using in a minute to get it to fit exactly. So I'll show you how we do that if I can get Leon to come back up here. Come on, buddy, up you come. Come on. What, you just relax now? He doesn't want to come up. Come on. Come up here and show everybody how we do this. Oh, good boy. All right, so what we do is we take our tape measure. Now, there's two ways of doing this. You can either use a tape measure, or my favourite way is to actually get a little bit of ribbon, and that way you can take the ribbon to wherever you're going, and if you've got multiple cats, you can write their names on it. So all you do is you just go around their neck like this and fit it like that. But what you need to do more than anything else is make sure that you can fit your two fingers in underneath here like that when you're actually fitting them. Okay, so you take the measurement there and then you do exactly the same thing from around underneath their arms like so. Oh, you're a good boy, aren't you? And again, making sure you can get your two fingers underneath there as well, and then take the measurement. If you've got some ribbon that's about that wide, it's a really good way of just cut the ribbon to the right size, and then you can take the two pieces of ribbon off to your local pet shop to have a look at the different harnesses and what's going to fit there. Now, come over here, Leon. You'll notice with Leon's, if I can easily get my two fingers in here, but it's nice and sturdy for him, and I can easily get two fingers in underneath here as well. So it's not too tight, but it is nice and firm on him and makes him feel really secure. Now, when we first started training Leon on here, I'll tell you what, I'll bring your mat up here for you. Do you want to come up on your mat? Come up on your mat. No, you just want to sit on your office chair. All right. He's in office chair mode today. Can I put your mat back down again for you? So if you're looking at once you've measured these, you can then grab your harness, measure out to the correct length that you need it to be, and then you already have this the right size before you start mucking around trying to get it on your cat. As we all know, cats don't like to be fussed with too much, so if you can do that, that's great. I particularly liked these ones because they've got this little piece in the centre that can go between the arms under the chest, and it just helps to not have the collar slide up too high, and it just keeps it sitting in the right place. So these are really good, particularly when they're starting off with kittens and that type of thing. Now, let's have a look here. When you start to do your harness training, it's really important that you don't stick a harness and a leash on them and take them outside. You've got to take your time, you've got to take it slowly. So the first step is to find a harness that fits and that it is nice and snug on your cat, and then let them wear it around the house and get used to it, sort of like if they were with a collar. Once they're used to it, you then have to decide how you're going to be taking the next step. Now, it's important that you don't open the door with the leash and just walk your cat outside, because that gives them the opportunity to believe that when that door's open, they can go out. So you need to have some kind of consistent way that you take them from inside to outside. So whether that might be that they put their harness on and then you pick them up and take them somewhere, then that's one way of doing it. If you're planning on taking them outside and you're planning on taking them further than just your own yard, you might have to look at a backpack, and I'll show you what we've used in a minute. But once they know what's going on, and you can see Leon here is sitting on his chair, he knows that if he's got his harness on and I pop him somewhere, that's where he sits, because that's what he's been trained to do. So would you like to get more comfortable on your... Come here, buddy. Oh, come here for a second. Let me pop your mat back down for you so you can get comfortable. There you go. All right, just pop down here. Come on. Oh, you're going to sit with me now. All right, cool. So Leon is very well trained, and he, if I go into his area and have his harness and leash, he'll pop up onto his cat tree. He lets me put it on, and then he jumps up on top of, like on my chest and on my shoulders, because he knows that I will carry him to where it is that he is going to be exploring. So whether that's coming inside to be my office manager, whether that's coming inside to watch TV with us either in our bedroom or in our lounge room, or if we're going to go out for a walk. So if he's down in the back enclosure and I take it down there, he knows that he's going to get a walk on his way back up to the house, and he'll pop up onto the cat tree out there and let me put it on him there. What you do need to start with, though, is don't go taking them down to your local park straight away. Find a safe, secure place within your own home that you can actually walk them. Some cats will let you put the leash on and they'll just drag it around the house. They get used to it. Some cats get a bit distressed by that, but you can walk them around the house. And then once they're ready to go outside, the main concern is keeping them safe. So if you're going to public spaces, you need to think, what happens if a dog comes your way, or if a kid comes running up, or if the cat gets scared? Because one scare can destroy an adventure cat. They can decide that they don't want to do it anymore. The way that we do it is we have a backpack, which is his backpack, and he can jump in that at any time and ride in the backpack, or if he wants to hop out and explore, he can do that. Again, it's not about taking them for a walk in the normal sense of what you would do with a dog. It's about taking them out to experience new places and get some fresh air and that sort of stuff. So take your time, start in your backyard. If you're going to take them locally, scope out some local areas where it's not quite so busy. Make sure you don't have dogs or traffic around that might scare them. And hop back down there, good boy. And just find a really good secure spot. Now I'm going to show you, we use the Cat Explorer, and I was lucky enough, my kids bought this for me for my birthday recently. So we're just in training with this at the moment. Leon's just getting to the stage where he's going outside of the house, and we're doing some outdoor stuff. The reason that I particularly like this backpack is that inside it, and I'll show it here, there is actually a leash here. So I can pop him in here with his harness on, and he can quite happily see out the front, and he can quite happily, if I have the top flap open, he can look over my shoulder that way, or he can look behind him, but I know he's secure in here. Leon, do you want to demonstrate? No, at the moment, I'll show you the other thing I like about this. Apart from just having the bubble on the front, it also comes with a mesh that you can swap over into that space as well. And the floor of this comes out. So the reason I like this is that by taking the floor out, I can actually put a puppy pad in here so that we don't get the inside of the backpack as messy. So if he's got dirty paws or whatever, we keep it nice and clean. Now, let me just pop that back in there. Leon, did you want to come in? You should demonstrate. I can get the backpack in. There we go. Come on, buddy. Pop in your backpack. Oh, go in there for a minute. There we go. In you go. Oh. You're right, buddy. All right, so you can see with the backpack, there's the little bubble on the front here so that he can see out. He can also look over the top as well. And then we've also got these side areas here that he can get plenty of air as well. So it gives him a chance to, nothing like having to sneeze in the middle of a live Facebook. How much fun is that? So you can see he's quite comfortable in there at the moment. We're at the stage at the moment where we're just taking him out for walks. And when we find a nice quiet spot, I pop the backpack down and he can actually hop out and have a look if he wants to. Really important to make sure that you take your time when you're doing these things and don't push the cat. So that's some information that hopefully has been useful to some of you. Let me have a look. I can see a message there. Yes, they definitely do like getting outside, Chrissy. Best thing about being able to do this is it's an excellent bonding thing that you can do with your cats. Because Leon is a stud, he's a little bit more restricted than what some of our other cats are that have the run of the house. And it does give him a chance to really explore, but he's very much the right type of cat for this type of thing. He's got an outgoing nature, he's very easy to train, he loves being with his mum, and he likes seeing what's going on around the place. So he's a perfect cat for it. As you can see, he's already yawning. You going to have a sleep in there now? Maybe? No? Yes? Or you're just going to have a smooch on it? All right, cool. If you've got any questions, though, feel free to post under the video, and I'd be happy to get back and give you some more information about how we're doing it. I will be posting some more videos and blog posts on my website and on YouTube, so stay tuned and you'll be able to see a bit more of how we do it. And thanks for watching. See you next week.